Welcome Exiles. Today we're going to talk about Flame Wall. Now, looking at all the gem information, there's some cool gems out there. Crackling Lance, one of the most aesthetic skills you've had for a lightning skill. Void Sphere, frankly, you just see it and you're like, no, that's a skill. You look at a Hex Blast over here, that's going to be my second build of the league. I think it's going to be really strong for Ignites, and I can't wait to build around it. But out of all these cool new skills, nothing gets me excited more than Flame Wall. Flame Wall is nasty. I took the time to make up a little chart here to show you the different damage over time you could get from various damage over time skills, and frankly, nothing really competes with Flame Wall coming into the game for Path of Exile Heist. You have Edie at 1500 on it as a Chaos Dot. That's kind of okay. That's one of the go-to Chaos Dot skills. You have Soul Run, which is 1944. That's pretty good, but it requires you to be constantly casting, so that's kind of a downside there. You got Vortex, 1456 instant. That's decent, that's okay. You have Cold Snap at 1200, you got Creeping Frost at 1400. Then at Scorching Ray, you can get all the way up to 2280, but that's at 8 stages. That's casting constantly, that's investing into cast speed, that's investing into duration. That's not something you can just put into your build and all of a sudden you're dealing 2300. You put Scorching Ray into your build without investment, you're going to be doing like 1000 DPS per second or something like that. I didn't actually do the numbers on it, but it's not great without a lot of investment. But then you look at Flame Wall, no investment, you get to that same 2300 number just by dropping it on a boss. Generally, bosses stand still. Flame Wall is going to be very good for them. On top of that, Flame Wall has the fastest cast speed when looking at all the other DoT skills. It's at a 0.5 second, just like Scorching Ray. The one that's designed for you to stack 8 stages, it has the same cast time there. They did this because they're trying to make it valuable for a 2-cast playstyle to cast, then shoot your fireballs through. But frankly, with the amount of DPS they gave it, this is going to be a build on its own. I am so excited to build around multiple fire DoT skills, with Flame Wall being frankly, one of my primary damage sources. I was planning on just doing Righteous Fire, but now, after looking at the numbers of this thing, Flame Wall is going to be a part of my single target setup. I'm going to get rid of some gems to get in Flame Wall. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to open up some gem sockets, and Flame Wall's going there, and I'm going to give it some DPS, because this thing has the numbers to back it up. And on top of that, in my Righteous Fire build, it'll be affected by the more multipliers. So Flame Wall is looking very, very spicy. And you know, then there's Righteous Fire at 1541 and plus the 20% of your life in ES numbers, which ends up being a decent amount, but you have to invest into a whole lot of sustain to even get it going. So really off the bat, just in terms of numbers, Flame Wall is by far and away way better than all these other skills, just because you don't have to do anything, and on top of that, it's dealing 50% more damage, 70% more damage, 80% more damage. You go down the line, you get to Cold Snap, it's basically twice the damage of Cold Snap. You know, it's ridiculously strong. So I would say don't sleep on this, guys. If you want a strong starter for fire DoT skills, use Flame Wall. It's just ridiculous. I can't believe they released a skill with this much damage to it. It's so good. That's all I really have to say. It's my top pick for the best gem coming out in Heist. I think there's a lot of cool skills, but Flame Wall takes the cake by far. That's all I really wanted to say. I just wanted to give you a tip on that. If you're going to start with fire DoT, don't avoid Flame Wall. Flame Wall should be in your build. It is ridiculously strong.